Psychological egoism is the idea that people always act in ways that benefit themselves, even when it looks like they are helping others. According to this theory, all human actions are driven by self-interest. That means even when someone appears to be generous or kind, they are actually doing it because it makes them feel good, avoid guilt, or gain something in return. This idea is not about what people should do. It's about what people actually do. It tries to explain human behaviour by looking at the hidden reasons behind our actions. Now let's look at the main claims of psychological egoism. The central claim is that self-interest is the only true motivation for any action. Even when people risk their own safety or give something up, the theory says they are doing it because it gives them some kind of personal reward. This might be happiness, relief, praise, or even the feeling of doing the right thing. Another claim is that people cannot truly act out of concern for others unless it also satisfies something they want inside themselves. So in this view, kindness is never completely unselfish. It always brings some benefit to the person doing it. Now let's look at some examples. If a person donates money to a charity, psychological egoism says they are doing it because it makes them feel good or improves their reputation. Even if they say it's for the cause, the theory suggests the real reason is tied to their own emotions or goals. Another example could be a firefighter rescuing someone from danger. While it seems heroic, psychological egoism would argue the firefighter is acting out of duty, pride, or the desire to avoid guilt. These examples show how the theory interprets all actions, even kind ones, as self-serving at their core. However, psychological egoism is not without its criticisms. One criticism is that it is hard to prove. Just because a person feels good after doing something kind doesn't mean that was their main reason for doing it. Another criticism is that it makes every action seem selfish by default, which some argue is unfair or overly negative. Critics also say the theory cannot be tested properly. If every action is explained as selfish, even when it looks unselfish, then the theory doesn't leave room for any other explanation. This makes it difficult to show whether it is actually true or just a way of looking at things. Now let's consider some implications of psychological egoism. If the theory is true, it would mean that all human relationships and behaviours are based on self-gain, even when they seem caring. This could change how we view moral actions, friendship, and responsibility. It might also affect how we design laws, schools, or social programs, since it suggests that people need personal rewards to act in good ways. On the other hand, if people believe this theory too strongly, it could make them more suspicious of others' actions, or less willing to trust in kindness. These implications show why the theory is important to think about, whether or not one agrees with it.